My friend and I were out at the bar last night, and this particular friend gets hit on every single time we go out. Like, she is stunning and gorgeous and amazing, and I love her. She is a thin versus me also being stunning and gorgeous and awesome, a fat. Anyway, that's beside the point. So, we're at the bar last night. It's not beside the point, it's relevant, but anyway, so we're at the bar, we're sitting on the corner, and this guy walks up and he kind of like inserts himself right in the middle of us, and he looks to me first, and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? What's your name?" Goes, tries to shake my hand, like, body language is good. He's turned to me, and so then my friend looks at, over his shoulder at me, and like, she's not single. I am. She looks at me and she's like, hmm. And I'm like, tell him my name, whatever. And then he is like, "Nice to meet you." And then turns around, full back to me, looks at my friend, and he's like, "I'm just on my way out, but I saw you from across the bar, and I just have to tell you that you're so pretty." And she's like, "Uh-huh, okay, thanks." And then he just leaves. And she was like, "What was the point of that? He didn't even want to like try to shoot a shot or anything. Like, could have bought me a drink at least. Like, you're just gonna come over and like tell me I think you're really pretty, and that, like, men are such little babies." And I was like, "Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh." Yeah, and notice how he just was like, I gotta say hey to the friend that I don't want to fuck first, and then I can talk to the one that I want. It's like he listened to some like fucking like men's whatever podcast, and it was like, yeah, you gotta make sure you treat the ones that you don't want to fuck like human beings at least a little bit first.
Or experiences taught him that don't want to be rude to someone's friend. Like, we understand that approaching women is fraught with a lot of risk and danger and anxiety. Approaching multiple women at the same time, that it doesn't double, but it just increases. So it's very just polite to say hi to one. You know, yeah, would it be better if you said hi to both of you at the same time? Yeah, but depending how you guys are sitting, that seemed to be difficult. But as far as to that's just polite behavior, and I think what's happening here is kind of upset he wasn't interested in you. Your friend, who's also taken, the reason he didn't do anything further was probably because of the reaction she gave him when he said what he said. It's going to be like a tit for tat. I'm trying to buy a couple seconds, and by your reaction, I heard your friend's reaction as you described it. Didn't seem like she was interested. But we're gonna piece this one, break this one down further. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss new uploads. And if you subscribed already and you're just seeing my face and hear my voice now, and it's been a minute, yes, a notification bell. YouTube does what YouTube wants to do. Membership is open on the channel where we're going to have more videos, more exclusive videos where we just talk a little more freeform about other topics that YouTube may decide to censor or demonetize or just say you can't post that anyway. Um, but this video, yeah, this is again, if you're describing yourself as a 10, pretty gorgeous in this, and a fat, and your friend is all those things, but a thin, majority wise, most men's preference is going to be for your friend. That's normal. That's not saying that it's the only thing that happens. We know the attraction runs the gamut with men. So you can find your guy. It's just if you're with your friend, most of the attention is probably still going to go towards your friend. There's nothing wrong with that. That's man's standards. It was fine when his attention was on you, but the minute he turned around, now it's all unwarranted. Now it's not okay, right? Or honestly, he can't see unless your friend is married with a ring. Can't see that. Can't you don't have taken. It's not one of the these dating events where you have maybe like a color indicating that you're open to being pursued, or you come in there single, or you're taken, where these things can just demonstrably show what your status is. If we're all trying to figure it out, and he's going to say, "Listen, on my way out, I just want to say, I think you're gorgeous." That's a very normal thing for men to say, and we're trying to gauge and see what your reaction is. If you're tight-lipped like you displayed, if you seem upset by the notion, then we're probably going to end things there and just, chalk it to the game, right? That's a L, but points and kudos for the attempt, ball up top. That's it, right? That's the healthiest way you can look at a lot of these things and just say, "Hey, I tried, and it'll make it easier for the next time. It should make it easier for the next time. I should build up a little bit more of tolerance, saying, okay, at least I saw and I shot, whatever it is, whatever." Can he work on his 2v1 game? Sure, but there's no real way to do this if this was already the sort of attitude and expectation. He came there, talked to you first, and then talked to your friend. Well, now that's out some dating playbook, or that's just good sense. Just good sense. If I were at the bar and I saw you two and I was interested in a friend, yeah, does it make more sense to say something to the friend first? Well, historically, the other friend comes and plays defense, right? So I'm trying to engage with you. I'm trying to show that, hey, I'm a friendly guy. Would it be an easier way? And we're just shopping, right? We're shopping, we're workshopping here. You said, "Hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a great night. I'm interested in your friend, but I just want to say hello to you first." It does an awkward thing, and that's immediately like a game changer. Just same way as the completely the body language shift where you have back. So I get what she's upset with, but we have to also uphold that truth that we like to do on the channel. People have their preferences. And if you know typically you're not that type of guy's preference, or your friend is typically more of male's preference, there's nothing here for men to learn. There's nothing here to teach. You should do this better. He's not interested in you. What way can he do that in a way that, I'm not saying disarms you, but makes it okay for me to talk to your friend or find out information about your friend? What way can I do this that makes your friend not immediately dismissive? Then again, you're saying that Um, this kind of reveals a little bit more of the think, right? Follow me for a second. You say your friend is taken, right? She's not available, but she still wants him to shoot his shot by buying him a drink, knowing that this is a non-starter. So there's takeaways from all this, and one in which I would hope that your friend was completely ready to waste this man's time. Right? She was completely ready to waste this man's time, waste his money, knowing he wasn't interested, but you still got the attention. You got some attention, but not what you were looking for. The takeaway we should walk away with this is have understand. People have their preference. You're out with your friend. People still want to approach and still approach. But when we don't want to make TikTok story time, don't want to be on social media, but to blast it out, even when you don't say name, even don't we say name, men look at this and we say, it's like watching film tape. Okay, what can I adjust? What can I do better? Or just this too nuanced a road to walk and just say, I'm just going to alone. Maybe I can catch her by herself, right? Or do that awkward when she goes to the bathroom and try to talk to her when she's coming out. And then we'll see, we've seen enough stories where women say, I don't like that. So men X that out. He was brave enough to go 2v1. Right? Not to sense you guys, but even that didn't do it right, or the way you responded to it wasn't as right as you thought. Your friend could have said the same thing. He came down there, immediately put his back towards her, talked to you first, turned around and talked to her. There's no really winning here. We're just sometimes over eager to talk about our male experiences in such a negative light. Could have walked away saying, hey, he tried. He tried. And that's commendable, especially in an era where women are complaining that men are not approaching, men are not trying, men are not putting in effort. He tried. At least that. You think I missed something? Let me know down in the comments. If you see videos on your screen right now, and if I'm doing my job right, they should be there. Take a look at those. Let me know what you think. And of course, if you listen to sound my voice, and it's hopefully it's evened out, um, and you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe and let us all know why. Maybe I'll buy you a drink at that bar. Talk to you next time.